Welcome, my dear sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy, my husband is Paul, and we welcome you. If you are here for the first time, thank you. We are an early retirement, debt and mortgage-free couple living in the state of New York. Basically, we show you how to have a full, abundant life while spending less money. Everyone knows right now that our dollar is not buying what it used to. You go to the gas pumps, prices are up. Utility bills are coming in, prices are up. Food shopping, up. Everything is up. But there are still deals to be had out there. And we are just going to show you some great deals we got at ShopRite. We're going to be doing an intentional Dollar Tree haul because we all know how easy it is to go into Dollar Tree and just be like, woohoo, thinking, oh, it's only $1.25 here and $1.25 there, but it really does add up. Then we are going to show you, I think, one of the best DIYs I have ever done. It was so inexpensive and it really brought some beauty into our home, and I can't wait to share this with you. Then we are going to make a gourmet, literally gourmet meal out of simple, frugal ingredients that we have in our home. It was just scrumptious. There's so much we want to share with you. We hope this video encourages you. We hope it blesses you. And we just hope you come away with a sense of, wow, we can do this. We're going to make this work. And we are going to stretch that dollar as far as we possibly can. So the first thing we're going to start with is our ShopRite food haul. Not a lot, but we really found some great deals, which again solidifies the point that they are out there. We just need to look for them. So turn the camera around. Let's get to this haul. Item number one was the Scott toilet tissue, 12 rolls for $7.99. And that was on sale. Great deal. Potatoes, the red and the russet were $1.50 a bag. So I got one of each. Now I'm learning with produce to buy what we're going to use. I got myself 2 apples, 3 bananas. The Roma tomatoes were 99 cents a pound. So I just bought 2 of those. A beautiful lemon, that I think was about 60 cents for the lemon. Our greens are still $1.99 a head, so I got a nice big head of romaine. I got another bag of carrots. The organic carrots were $1.29. And my celery, goodness, I'll insert the price because I'm not sure what I paid for that. Cabbage was 29 cents a pound, so I got a nice big head of that. Jimmy Dean bacon, $1.99, and you were allowed to get 4. This will go right in the freezer. I use bacon as flavoring. If we have bacon and eggs, we each have 1 piece and that's it. But as far as flavoring, bacon packs a huge punch. And at $1.99 for 12 ounces, that's pretty good price. Eggland's eggs, probably my least favorite egg in the world, honestly. Not our favorites, but they were $1.49 on sale. So we bought them. Too good of a deal to pass up right now. The bowl and basket, 40 ounces of the extra crunchy peanut butter. This giant jar was $1.99. So we got 2 of these. You know they're going right in the pantry. So some really good stock-up items. The corned beef was $1.99 a pound. You were allowed to get 1. Newman's Pizza. It's not something I normally would buy. They were $1.99 a piece. It's just such a great price. If someone stops over, you put a pizza in. It's just great to have on hand. We got 2 Ford cheese and 2 of the uncured pepperoni. And we did get, as an extra special treat, Double Dunker Turkey Hill ice cream was $1.88. So this will last us for a while. We have not bought anything like this in months. So just some stock up items. They did have some really good prices. So we feel pretty good about what they had. And now what I'll do is I'll give you the amount of everything on here, and I'm also going to tell you what they didn't have and what the gentleman in the meat department told me, the butcher in the meat department, which is a little startling. So here's our haul. Total of that food haul was $55. We did have the piece of corned beef in there, so that's not something we usually buy. But all in all, there were some great deals. The peanut butter, the potatoes, greens are still $1.99 a head, which is awesome. Now the pizzas, Emmy, they're processed. You really talk about not buying processed food, and you know I always do. But to counterbalance that, I also say, if an item will keep you from going through the drive-through or will keep you from getting takeout, keep a go-to meal in the house. And that's exactly what those $1.99 pizzas are for me. Mama gets tired sometimes and oh no, I got to get into the kitchen and cook. And as much as I love to cook, some nights I'm just like, what to make tonight? One of those $1.99 Newman's pizzas, which are really, really good. And a salad. Perfect. Perfect. Now, this is not all the time, mind you, once in a blue moon, but they're a great backup meal for us. And I encourage you to always have those kind of meals. It doesn't have to be a pizza. It could be a jar of sauce and a bag of frozen ravioli or a bag of tortellini or grilled cheese and tomato soup, whatever works for you. But that backup meal to keep us from spending even more than a $1.99 pizza. Now, I want to tell you what the gentleman in the meat department told us. I was looking for the chicken cutlets, the chicken breasts. They were on sale for $1.99 a pound. So there wasn't a package anywhere. And I asked the gentleman, where are the chicken breasts? And he said they now are only allowed to order so many. And once they're gone, they're gone. Now, this was news to me. We have never heard that being done here. He said they have a quota. They're allowed so much so that the rest of the surplus can go elsewhere. And once that is gone, it's gone. He encouraged me to get a rain check, which I did. Another item that I have been holding a rain check for this is the third week, are chocolate chips. The Bowl and Basket, which is ShopRite brand, chocolate chips are on sale, I think $1.74 a package. Great deal, right? Easter's coming up, a little baking, nothing. The only kind they have is butterscotch. Every week I go. I'm still holding that rain check. And remember to get rain checks if items are out when you go, the sale items, because they're usually great stock-up items. And at my ShopRite, they allow you 4 of an item and they'll write that right on the rain check. So that's great. So I'm waiting for the chips to come in and hopefully next week I can get the chicken breasts for $1.99. The way things are going now, you see these great prices. Grab them, bring them home. What we want to do now is take you into Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has got to be one of those places where you can blow a lot of money and not even realize it because you're thinking, oh, it's only $1.25 here and $1.25 there, but it adds up. So what we do is have an intentional list when we go into the Dollar Tree. The enticement of all the seasonal decor, the spring decor, the Easter decor was very tempting, but I held firm. I really didn't need it. And again, that $1.25, that $2.50, that $3.75 can be used elsewhere. Let's get inside the Dollar Tree store. I'm going to show you our mini haul and then this amazing DIY we made. So let's get right to it. I thought for $1.25 this was pretty great. 500-piece Disney puzzles. This is 101 Dalmatians. We've got Mickey and Minnie. We have the villains. There's Stitch back there. Really cute for $1.25. So this is why we came in originally. I need frames for a DIY. They're 4x6 wood frames, but the best is they have a glass pane. For $1, this is going to be absolutely perfect. This is kind of a neat find. All the way down here on the bottom, they have Godiva candy pieces for $1. And Godiva is a really good chocolate. I mean, it's only an ounce, but what a nice little treat if you're having a party to put it on someone's place setting. Another deal I always look for are the Colgate toothbrushes. 3 of them for $1.25 is actually a great price, so I'm going to grab a packet. Here's our little intentional Dollar Tree haul. First thing we got was the Colgate toothbrushes. These are also great when we go on vacation. I needed more Cover It, correction fluid. It's a nice size bottle too. I also always like to keep security envelopes in the house. I was looking for the business size, but they didn't have any. So, but this is okay. Then what we went for, these frames. These are 4x6 frames with a glass front, which is great because so many frames now use, what do they put in front?
They kind of use a plastic plexiglass that's real thin, but it's got like a milky hue through it. So when you look at the picture, it looks kind of like foggy.
Yeah, it's weird. So these are glass, which I was thrilled. I'm going to put a photo in right now showing you how much these were at Target. I had looked at Target, I had looked at Amazon, couldn't find anything that was reasonably priced. I am very happy with this. For $1.25, I have a DIY. I want to do this for a little home decor. So this is it. Now let's get on to our DIY. This is my workspace. I have a window to my right, and then where my computer is, I have a big blank wall. I have a beautiful lamp Paul found. Where did you find that lamp?
I think at a flea market. It just looked really pretty, so I put it there. It was great.
It's absolutely beautiful, but this is what I'm looking at, and over there you see another quarter of a blank wall before you hit the window. So it's just kind of blah, not very inspiring, not very cozy. So I needed to just fix it up a little bit, and I'm going to show you what we did. This planner book I found at Hobby Lobby. It was $14.90, but it was in the 90% off rack. It was $1.49 because it was 21-22 planner. I didn't want it for a planner. What I wanted it for was these beautiful divider pictures. Trust your heart, count the happiness. The whole book is just filled with inspirational quotes and beautiful vintage florals, which, you know me, this is so me. Look at how beautiful these are, how elegant. I'm looking at these and I said to Paul, I want to make some DIY pictures using these for my computer area where I work. They're just who I am. They're inspirational to me. For $1.49, I could pick and choose the most beautiful ones. So what did I do? I have my $1.49 book. These are just ones I pulled out because I knew I wanted to definitely use them. Now we have the Dollar Tree frames we just bought. I don't want to use it with the matting. The matting would make it a 4x6 picture. I want the 5x7 frame. The 5x7 frame will be absolutely perfect. So let's put one together and see how they look. So here's the first one I want to use. We're going to do our best to center this. We're going to use the matting as a template right about there. I'm going to put a little tiny piece of tape here and a little tiny piece there. And now I'm just going to cut around the template. Okay. That looks pretty good. So now I am just going to put it in. Be careful with the glass. The edges were a little rough and you don't want to press down on this because you are working with glass. I'm going to put the matting in as well, just for a little extra support. We also picked these frames not only for the glass on the front, but because they had the hanging tabs, which is so important. What's so fun about this is that you're creating art yourself. I saw a $1.49 planner that had beautiful pictures, and I'm like, yes, this is like a farmhouse look picture that if you went into the store, we would pay probably about $7 to $10. Look at how lovely this is. In these times, we have to learn to be creative. If we can make little DIYs like this that bring us joy for a minimal amount of money, absolutely lovely. I think this is an amazing score. Constantly think outside the box. Constantly think of what you can use and repurpose to make your life beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and make a couple more, and then I will show you the finished wall. We are on the last one, and I love this. I just cut it out to fit the frame. It's just missing a little something. This was another page, and it had the heart in the middle. Cut the heart out, and I'm thinking I'm going to glue stick this to here. And I think this one will be just lovely because it was just missing a little something. So we're almost done with this. I cannot tell you how much fun I had. Our finished product. I am so thrilled with this. It looks so lovely. The pictures came out so well. That DIY brought me so much pleasure. I can't tell you, I had so much fun sitting at the table. Paul even did one with me. I took a $1.49 outdated planner, turned it into 5 beautiful little pictures that just now make my workspace like a summer Victorian garden. Honestly, made me so happy. Bring frugal beauty into your home. Be creative. Look at something and say, what can I do with this? Now, let's get into the kitchen and create a gourmet meal together. This meal is a very loose spin on Tuscan chicken. Tuscan chicken calls for sun-dried tomatoes, which I didn't have, so I improvised. I will link the original recipe down below for Tuscan chicken, but I totally revamped it using what we had. Super frugal, and it could have served 4 people really, really well. So let's get right into the kitchen. Not only should we be using up what we have in our fridge and our freezer, we also should be stretching our meals. This is 1 chicken breast. And we are going to transform this 1 chicken breast into an amazing meal that will feed at least 4 people. We're only 3, but it will feed 4 comfortably. So the first thing Paul's going to do is cut it into strips for me. Paul cut up the chicken for me. And what we did is we just put a little bit of flour, and I grated some Parmesan cheese on the chicken. Now I am going to add a little Italian herb grinder to the chicken. I had a half a bag of frozen spinach that I took out, and I thought we're going to use that. This is using up all little odds and ends. I had a bag of my homemade tomato sauce that I made from our container garden tomatoes from last summer. And this has in it some capers and some Kalamata olives. So this is going to be so good. This is our chicken stock. We're going to need a little bit of that, and we're going to need a little bit of milk. It calls for cream, but we're going to use milk. First thing I'm going to do is melt butter in a large frying pan. We're going to serve this chicken dish over pasta. So I have the pot on to boil. I put about a tablespoon of butter in, and now I'm going to put a tablespoon of olive oil in as well. We're just going to let that melt. And so that butter is sizzling, and garlic went everywhere. I am putting in a clove of garlic. We're gonna take our chicken that we've got some seasonings and some Parmesan. I still have some Parmesan on here. I'm gonna add it right in here because this is all gonna be a sauce. So we just put our chicken in and we are going to let it cook about 5 minutes aside until the internal temperature is 165 degrees. You want to make sure this chicken is cooked. So these browned on both sides. The internal temperature is 165. I'm going to remove them from the pan and I'm going to cover them and set them aside for just a few minutes while we make the sauce. For this original chicken recipe, what it called for was sun-dried tomatoes. I don't have sun-dried tomatoes, but I have my sauce that I am going to put in here and use. And if you don't have sun-dried tomatoes, you could use some cherry tomatoes. You could use some canned diced tomatoes. Remember, we're making do now with what we have. Now I'm going to add about a half a cup of chicken stock to this. You have to smell it. I wish you guys could be here. Come for dinner. So this cooked just for a few minutes. Now I'm going to add the spinach. And we're just going to heat this through. Now I'm cooking this over medium heat. Now I'm just going to take a tablespoon of flour. I'm going to mix this in, which is going to thicken it slightly, but that's okay. And now to this, it calls for heavy cream, but I don't have the heavy cream, so we're going to add a half a cup of milk and a little more grated Parmesan. If you could smell this kitchen, how's it smell in here, buddy?
Oh, awesome. Smells delicious.
He just said he can't wait to eat. Now I'm going to take the chicken. I'm going to put it right back in here. I'm going to lower this. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for about 3 minutes on low. Dinner is served. This came out like a restaurant quality meal. This is just one serving. We have a whole pot of pasta and the sauce and the chicken. This is a very frugal meal using what we have. So important, sub out those ingredients. Look what you can come up with. It was scrumptious. That meal put a smile on my son, my husband, and my face. What I loved about it was I took one chicken breast and I made us feel like we each had a plate full of chicken to ourselves. Why? Because I stretched it with a delicious sauce and some really economical pasta. Remember those stretching ingredients. Remember the rice, the pasta, the beans, the lentils, whatever it is that you use to stretch a meal. Don't forget about that, because times like this, when we look at a recipe, we need to look at that recipe and say, how can we make it our own? And how can we use what we have? And this was a perfect example. Gourmet, delicious. You would have paid, no exaggeration, $25 a plate in a restaurant for that meal. Give that one a try. Now, our question of today. We all love the Dollar Tree, dollar stores. What I want you to share with us, please, and your fellow subscribers, what is the one thing that you buy at the dollar store that you know is a good deal, that you know is worth that $1.25? I tend to go in the Dollar Tree and kind of go in with blinders on because I don't want to just, grab this or grab that because it is such a fun store. But tell us, what is something that you know is worth that $1.25? I would love to know. I know the rest of our subscribers would, because I would love to be able to buy more in there if I feel it's a good buy. Just leave it down in the comment section below. We are so appreciative that you spent this time with us. We hope this video just blessed you, encouraged you, and made you realize, even though Our dollar may not be worth as much as it was a year ago, 2 years ago. It can still be stretched. We still can be creative, we can be imaginative, and we will persevere. We will do what we need to do to save a buck and make that buck stretch as far as it can. So we hope this was encouraging. Thank you for being here. Please give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. We invite you to become part, and I have said this for years, of our frugal family. We would love to welcome you. We ask you to be well. We ask you to stay safe. Remember, we love you, and above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, bye-bye.